Let's shift gears here. Today for World Sleep Day. World Sleep Day, by the way, is in the ether. We're talking about dreams because every one of us has woken up from a dream and wondered, what's the deal with that? Here with easy steps you can take to decode your dreams is dream analyst Layne Dalfen. Layne, welcome to the show. Good morning.
Hi, you guys. Nice to meet you.
You too. I find this fascinating. How do we decode our dreams? You teach us how to do it.
Okay, well, the very first thing you need to understand is actually a dream is the interior conversation that happens between your unconscious and your conscious mind. And not only is it an interior conversation, but actually you are problem solving in your dreams. And if 10,000, 20,000 things happen to you today, the one thing that's bugging you the most, when you go to sleep tonight, you're going to choose that one thing that's bugging you. So I'm not going deep here today. I'm staying surface. A dream is triggered by something that you either thought about yesterday or something that happened to you. And now that we've established it's about something that's bothering you and you want to get the solution, which arrives in your unconscious before it gets to your conscious, I developed a 6-point of entry system to help you uncover what's the subject. And once you tell me what the subject is, then we can go back into the dream and look, I show you what a solution looks like when it comes in the form of a metaphor.
All right, Layne, let's start. We saw a bit of the list there for a second. Let's begin with feelings, which was at the top of it. What can we learn about a dream in terms of how it makes us feel?
Excellent. And that's the easiest way, Sid. The first point of entry I always use is the feelings. How did you feel in the dream? What's happened in your waking life that makes you feel in a similar way? For example, one guy dreamed his wedding, and the feeling that he had was betrayal. He was married to her for 25 years, but he was also in business with a client for 25 years who took his business somewhere else. So the feeling of betrayal didn't belong to his wife, it belonged to a client that he lost.
It transferred over. Interesting. What if you dream of an old family member or friend? What does that mean?
That's a great example of using a symbols point of entry. And it's also the clue to how to go deeper for long-term change. I once dreamt about my late aunt. This is like 30 years ago. I dreamt about her, who even today, I would tell you, she was the most assertive person I ever met in my life. And it's not random because the unconscious is very sophisticated. It's not random that she appeared in my dream at a time where I needed to use my voice and that I was afraid to. So my unconscious chose a very assertive person because I needed to lean in to that behavior in that situation.
Layne, next up is the dream that I think a lot of us have had at various points in our life where we're trying to run, and for some reason we can't run. What do we take away from that dream?
That's what I call an action point of entry, because there's movement. So if you say to me, I'm trying to run, but I can't, my question is going to be to you, what do you think is going on in your life this week? Where are you trying to get to that you're having trouble? Is it you're trying to get to a certain place in a relationship? Is it that you're trying to get to a certain place in your head to start losing weight, if that's what you want to do? So you want to break off a relationship and you're procrastinating? Why is your feet dragging? That's my question to the dreamer.
We have a colleague here who just told us that she could talk to herself in the dream. So if let's say her alarm is playing, it fuses into the dream, and she could actually, like, she's sort of in the subconscious. Has it?
Once in a while, yeah.
So is that what you mean when you say we should dream out loud? Suggest speaking your dream out loud. What do you mean by that?
We want to speak out loud because we use puns and play on words in our sleep as often as we do in our waking life. So if I say to you, if Andy finds out how much I paid for that purse, he's going to kill me. And now I'm discussing with you a dream in which I'm getting killed. And it has nothing to do with getting killed. It has to do with the fact that I spent so much money on a purse. Or a better, even one of my favorite examples is the woman who said there were snakes all over the floor. I couldn't put my foot down. And I said, why? Who are you having trouble putting your foot down with? And it was her husband. So listen to the language, say the dream aloud, because you'll hear yourself. Like, I was looking for a bathroom and I finally found one, got into the stall, but I couldn't get out of the stall. Get it?
Yep.
I love a good pun. I love them in
puns
my
and dreams. I didn't know they
world.
existed too.
yeah.
Layne, this was great. If you want to pick up one of Layne's books, Have a Great Dream, please do so. I also want to tell you, Layne's been kind enough to rejoin us at 9:30 this morning. You sound off at 9:30. If you have any questions about dreams, let us know at Breakfast TV on Twitter. And Layne Dalfen has been kind enough to stay with us, so we're going to roll through as many as we can at 9:30, because this is something we can all relate to. And I'm sure a lot of you out there have questions.
Yeah.
But we're going to get to that a little later on here. But for
Thanks,
now,
Layne.
Layne, this was great, and we'll talk to you again later. Take care.
I think it was thedreamanalyst.com. We'll have it up again. But yeah, she'll
For
be
sure.
back. It's fascinating. Thanks, Pretty in Pink. Oh, Tammy Sutherland. Sweet dreams are made of these segments. It's World Sleep Day, so you sound off. What does your dream mean? We've got an expert on the line. Everyone's searching for Layne Dalfen.
I did not have a better throw to you, Layne, than that. Welcome back. Oh, Laney's bopping to the track.
Yes,
Bring her
Layne.
out. Let's
Yes,
go.
Layne.
Let's go, Layne. Let's go. Hey, 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 Dream Analyst. Hey, Dream Analyst. All right, let's get serious here. Although we all love that song. Shout out to the
So
Eurythmics.
good. First things first.
Layne Dalfen is a dream analyst. She was with us earlier in the show. She has been kind enough to stick around and take your calls and questions.
Yeah.
Did you have a dream and have a lot of questions afterwards? That's why Layne is here. We got some callers on the line.
Shout out to the East Coast. DJ's on the line from St. John's, Newfoundland. DJ, how are you?
I'm fabulous. How are you guys this morning?
We're well,
We're good.
thanks.
What's your question for Layne? DJ, go ahead.
Okay, 2 quick points here. Great intro, by the way. So my points for Layne are, first off, I often have recurring dreams, periodically, sometimes years in between, in which they're in the same settings. So one is a university campus that I've never attended. Another is a hotel that I've never been to, but it's always the same setting and just different things happen different times. Airplanes is another one. Sometimes I'm on the ground, sometimes I'm in the air,
Right.
and that airplane motif sometimes takes me to outer space in different craft.
Right, but the fact that it's a recurring dream, and a recurring dream is the exact same thing as a favorite expression. So my favorite expression is, oh, darn it. And I could have said, oh, darn it, when I was 15 years old because I missed the bus. I could have said, oh, darn it, when I was 25 because I walked by my desk and papers fell all over the floor. And I could have said, oh, darn it, 15 minutes ago when I realized I better get back to the computer. So I'm saying the same expression over a period of many years with different situations, but that expression says something to you. You use that picture or that feeling to say something to yourself.
Great stuff. All right, DJ,
Wow.
appreciate the call, man.
Very
Fabulous.
cool.
Have a great
Shout
day,
out
guys.
St. John's, one of the great cities on earth.
Yeah.
Let's go to Matthew from Toronto on the line. Matthew, what's your question for Layne?
Hey, everyone. So I'm just wondering, what does it mean if there's either an animal or a person attacking you?
Well, we are self-regulating organisms. And so whatever it is that we are not paying attention to in our waking life, which I call welcome to the human race, because we lie, we deny, we avoid, and we sweep. That is a function of being human in your conscious world, but your unconscious never lies to you. So if somebody insulted you a little bit, and you are not talking about it or acknowledging it, you're sweeping it during the day, your unconscious is going to overreact. And then you get the dream that someone is attacking you, and it's your unconscious, A, creating a balance, and B, succeeding in getting your attention, which it did succeed because here you are talking about it. And so you want to be looking for something that's going on in your waking life where you're feeling attacked.
Thank you so much, Matthew, and thank you so much, Layne.
you
A
so
Facebook
much.
comment from Ella. She says, I often dream about the ocean and the beach. Sometimes I see it. Other times I just know it's there, but I cannot get to it. What could it all mean? Thank you. That's from Ella.
The most important line in that, the most important sentence right there is I cannot get to it. So if that was my dream, I would take a paper and pen, I would write down, what does the ocean and the beach mean to me? And if you would say to me, it means peace and happiness, which for me it does, I can't find it. Well, I'm going to ask myself, what is going on this week where I'm feeling I just can't find peace and relaxation?
Layne, we have a lot of people here, and we don't have the time for all the questions, but we need to have you back. This has been phenomenal. We appreciate you coming on today. Layne Dalfen, dream analyst. Last thing, Layne, where can we find information online, specifically about your books?
If you go to thedreamanalyst.com, you'll find everything there. My books, and actually starting next Wednesday, I'm doing 3 Wednesday morning dream groups in a row, and you can sign up for all 3.
Fascinating, Layne. Thank you so much. Sweet dreams are made of these segments, okay? Have a great weekend.
Thank you so much.
Take care, Layne. Great stuff.
Very cool.
That was fantastic. Have a great day. And shout out the Eurythmics again. That song's going to be in my head the rest of the day. All right, coming up, we speak to 2 female business owners who are changing the game in one typically male-dominated industry. That story next. Good Friday morning. You're watching BT.